Welcome to Auntie K's Tarot, your favorite radical queer indigenous auntie, bringing you tarot every day. Hello everyone and welcome to Auntie K's Tarot. Today we are going to cover 3 tarot decks I've not gotten tired of. And there's also going to be a fish update. The guppies got a tank upgrade to 7.5 gallon tank, and I've been playing around with what I'm using for a top, and I'm going to get some stuff to make what I'm creating a bit more permanent and steady and stay in place so the cats can't knock the green potted plant over anymore. And if you're watching them playing here, the blue panda guppy usually breaks up the other 2 guppies fighting, but isn't right now. Since I took that little video, they're all he's, he did go over and break it up. Anyway, also, my red wagtail that arrived from the fish store pregnant has had babies, and that's what we'll cover. But let's get to 3 decks I've not gotten tired of. The Next World Tarot. This was a game changer deck for me, as many of you know. This was the deck where I was like, this is what I wanted in a tarot deck, and the guidebook was like, this is what I wanted guidebooks to be, and everything about it was amazing. Next World Tarot is diverse. I'm going to call it a utopian future. Many white people see it as dystopian, and interesting because I find it very utopian. This is the world I want to live in, one where, you know, we have the revolutions that we want to have. Yes, there are dark aspects, dark cards in this deck, but they're real. They're so real world. Everything about it is so real world. And the world I want to live in, where this is the Emperor card, where this is how I see teachers, because as an indigenous person, I don't actually have a positive view of teachers. And not just like as an individual, but as a parent. So don't tell me things are better today. As a parent, the main reason I homeschool my indigenous kids, half of whom are much browner than me, is because the schools are still that bad. And that was my experience, and I pulled them out. Okay. This is an amazing deck, and I love it. It is way on the utopian side, and I don't always use it. But when I do pull it out to use it, I'm so happy that it's out there. And it's been on my table this week, and I have been thoroughly enjoying it. It's also incredibly expressive. And you don't need to pull lots of cards with this deck, and I like to pull lots of cards. I love to pull lots of cards. But like I still do pull a full spread, but then I will pull individual cards for individual questions, and there's so much in it, it works. Okay. The Tarot of Life. I have the prototype version from when I was with Indie Deck Review by Mariah Aller at Harvest and Moon. Next World Tarot is by Christy C. Rode. Okay, and so this is Tarot of Life. I believe only the prototype is in a tin. This is also a diverse deck, and it is also a modern deck, and it is also not a clone like the Next World Tarot. Not clones were like, that blew my mind. What, I can have a deck that does not clone the tarot, the RWS? Amazing. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. I love how expressive this deck is. The faces, the bodies, all of it. I really love this deck. And I really like to dive into what I'm seeing in the personalities in their face, like her matches under her eyes and at her ears, and this look on her face like, what the fuck? I am going to go take care of this now. You know, like, everyone here is happy and joyful, peaceful. We're enjoying it. We're running. We're going, and it's got so much energy into it. I love it, and the ways that it's expressive are ways that it's, the whole posture is there. It's all there. It's not like they're always like this sitting on the throne and it's all perfect and you have this belly, like you can see like this isn't comfortable. This isn't, she's not comfortable. She's graceful, she's beautiful, but she isn't uncomfortable. She's holding her belly and her back. She's uncomfortable. It's real. And I really love this deck and have not tired of it. Mystic Medleys. And this deck is by Gary Hall. And I do not love it's the cardstock. It is one of the first decks where I was like, I'm using it till it bends and getting used to the cardstock because it's worth it. And it's a fun deck, and again, it's expressive. And now, a lot of the expressions are shock, awe, crazy, anger. It's like, but I adore the expressions on the faces as well as the images in this deck. So decks I have not tired of. Key thing, they're really expressive. I really dive into the energy of it, and I feel emotions when I'm looking at it and I'm enjoying it. Enjoyment and expression, they're kind of the key things on decks that I have not tired of. And that's what I have to share with you today. I would love to see 3 decks in your collection that you have not tired of. If you notice a theme, amazing, share it with us. If you don't, also very cool. I didn't know there was a theme going on here till I did it. But there they are. My 3 decks I've not tired of. Next World Tarot, Tarot of Life, and Mystic Medleys. So last night I was watching my snail, Chewy, or Chewbacca. And I find it fascinating how quickly this little guy moves. Now, this is on speed up. You're not actually watching the snail at its speed. It took the snail 8 minutes to climb up to the top of the tank. And since the video is not actually about Chewy's ability to climb up this tank in 8 minutes and how fast that seems for a snail, and watching how gracefully and interestingly he moves, it's about what I discovered in here, what I initially didn't notice. And so in order to see that, we are going to slow this video back down, because there were tiny little itty bitty orange specks moving around this aquarium. My thumb got in the way for a moment, might again, that I hadn't noticed. So look for a tiny orange speck in the frog bit floating up at the top. And I initially didn't notice, but there is, and I'm finally about to notice, or I'm just zooming in on the snail. I don't remember which I did, but there is. I will, this little teeny tiny platyfish fry, because platyfish give birth to live fish. They don't have eggs. They're live bears, and they give birth to these live fish. And I didn't initially notice what was going on in here around the snail. And now we're zooming in so you can see it. And it might be why the snail climbed up top here, because the snail was definitely scooted back down to the flower pots where several more of these little baby platyfish were swimming. Initially, all I could find was this one little platyfry. Oh, do you see how fast he zoomed away? So fast, so fast. Maybe repeats here on this video, I'm not sure, but this is a more close-up of little baby platyfry. Adorable, huh? Absolutely adorable little baby fishy going on. And at first, I only found one, then two. And then over the course of them seeing beside me today, behind that brown and white flower, behind that terracotta and white flower pots, were more fry. And I was eventually, oh my gosh, there's another. Oh my gosh, there's another, till we got up to 5. So all the other fish are swimming around much more socially today. This is Princess Leia and Ahsoka that we were just watching. And so that was good. That is Shin Hati back there in the black and yellow, and the neon tetra on the other side over the filter is named Thunder. And we're coming down here. Oh, Padme the mom is in that little cave hiding, but she did go out and swim several times, especially after I fed. There's a snail trying so hard to, and there's a little platyfry, and they were hiding back behind that flower pot, and the snail was up, down, inside, all around, but not down behind that flower pot today. One of these platyfry also kept swimming up to the snail, which really freaked me out, because this one was doing it. I'm like, you could get eaten. What are you doing? Stay away from there. You could get eaten, and that worries me. They also swim in and out of that tiny little hole, as well as in through the little crevices, and sometimes up this flower pot, and you can get inside of it a bit, and they'll do that as well. And there's some around the back, and I assume this was all the platyfry, these ones hanging out in behind this hardscape, right? But I was so impressed and I couldn't believe it. It's really hard to get the camera to focus on them. I am sorry about that, but when you do, you're like, oh my goodness, there's more. There's more. And then look in this plant and all these platyphyri on the opposite side of the aquarium who are like, oh, this is where we're supposed to be hiding, in around these plants and like right inside it too. It's so amazing. And so I have a bunch of platyphyri. I don't have a breeder box. They survived. They weren't all eaten. I initially was like, she had to have given birth to more than one or two. My fish ate all of them. There's Mama Padme looking so much slimmer and friskier, and she's fed